jealousy the measure of a person's love? You're in a relationship, you're in a friendship, you're in a marriage, you're in a whatever, and your partner is jealous. You have a jealous partner. I'm not saying the protective kind of jealousy.
Oh,
They
jealousy is
just
not
get jealous.
this thing is crazy, right?
But to answer my question, is jealousy?
Okay.
Mhm.
Let me just land this final thing. Kay would know that it has happened. Okay, this one, you know, this one I'm telling you, where you were the subject of
Yes.
this conversation,
Dr.
and the
Kesh will tell
amount
you
of
after.
and the Kesh will put you in the room after, and the amount of convincing I had to do,
What you sideline me?
and the amount of convincing I had to do, I did for
Yeah.
months,
Yeah.
for months,
It's not
for
worth it.
months.
It's
Even
not worth
after
it.
I said I painted everything, I said, bro, I did it for months.
Yeah.
And I'm like, at the end of the day, I'm like, nah.
It's home and I broke that cause pure gold. Hosted by AK, Cash, and K, baby. Real voices, real talk, keeping it wavy. Hosted by AK, Cash, and K, baby. Real voices, real talk, keeping it wavy.
Welcome back, people. Welcome back to a new episode of and Abroad podcast. Today with me, I have
Cash.
Dr.
You have Akinrotimi, or what should I say?
Yes.
Well, yeah.
And you have, of course, the only Gen Z
With home training. Yeah, of
amongst
God.
my older brothers. Okay, baby.
Oh boy, shots fired though.
Oh my God! Wow!
I am only 24 years old with 9 years of experience. That's it, pretty much.
I remain
If you,
22. Anybody that's
I'm forever 16.
forever 22.
Forever 16. Well, it's
Oh,
nice to be back. I hope you guys enjoyed our last episode. I hope you guys learned a thing or two from the episode. So we're gonna dive right into it. So I want you guys to tell me something that stood out to you this week, or just something that you saw, something of interest, something that got you thinking, you know, So who wants to go first?
let me go first. Can you imagine? I already have it on speed dial already because that's just how much I would say I was indifferent about like the video I saw on
Mm-hmm.
popularly called Twitter, right? And I don't know if Kesha has that video, could share with us. So it was just a video I came across, and I was like, okay, not from the angle that the person said it, but I'm of the opinion that that's true. What if this happens in a relationship? What's everybody?
Okay.
But
Can
yeah,
you hear?
that's from that standpoint.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
My friend is married for 11 years. Dementia.
Oh, what's happening to this video?
But she had to put him in a personal care home. So the question is,
Please video again.
I mean, that's a good woman. What's your question?
do you think it's okay to at least talk with another man just for some type of companionship? And the sex wasn't good when they were married. That's what she said.
It wasn't good.
And
You don't remember it now anyway.
that's what I'm saying.
Mandy.
Okay, it's till death do us part, right?
Yes.
The death of the mind has occurred.
No.
Part of him has died.
No. Okay.
Part of him has died.
Hold on.
He's doing to make sure that he is cared for.
Okay.
To make sure that he is washed. To make sure
Okay.
that the bills are paid.
Okay.
To make sure that she's sitting by his bedside.
Okay.
Wiping up his slobbing and changing his.
Okay.
She could throw her wherever she wants to. She deserves an orgasm.
Hold on, time out. Time out, let's center this. So before I started doing podcasting, I was a registered nurse. And my definition of what love is has been shaped by seeing people love through the sickness part of sickness and health. And I love what you said about seeing through with the care, because the side of that a lot of people don't understand is how difficult that is on the partner. Yeah. To see the man you love barely remember you, if at all. And you see that happen slowly over the years. Now, y'all can call me a simp if you want to. I personally wouldn't want my wife to be bound to that. Again, I know we are all different, and this is conversations you have to have, because we're not talking to our spouses about the just in case, because you never know, maybe that was part of what he would want. I wouldn't want you to be, quote unquote, in this sexless, conversationless marriage, but as long as you got me and you take care of me.
I think that sometimes we forget how significant and how powerful a covenant is. Right? I'm not talking about just a contract. I'm talking about a covenant. I'm talking about when we stand before God and we vow that we're going to honor each other in sickness and in health, for better or for worse, right? Covenant doesn't come from a place of convenience. Can you honor the covenant when it's inconvenient? And so when we marry someone, we enter into a covenant with them between us and God and them, a 3-strand cord that cannot be broken. No sickness can break it.
Interesting.
You're muted.
You're muted.
Yeah, thank you so much for that. So there you guys have it, the video, but there's a twist to that from my own perspective, right? There's a twist, not an opinion that I have right now, but that's just a case. I won't say one of, because we really don't know just how many people out there have partners that have dementia, right? But there's one that is probably frequent or common. A scenario whereby the man dies before the wife, and probably they have kids, right? Would you, as the guy or as the man, want your woman to probably remarry again?
Well, it's not
So,
even in your capacity to decide that anymore. You're gone.
I love the way you said that.
So even if you say you don't want it,
Sorry, Kesh, I think you're frozen. Is it
frozen?
Okay, I think we're good now.
Yeah, so I'm saying, why do you even care? Because you cannot even control it, right? You can't control it. But I guess,
No,
well,
you don't have
my
to
thought
control
is
it.
there's nothing stopping anybody from getting married. So it's the woman's decision to make. You go for it.
So let's say, for instance, now, if you guys had a conversation, would you, for instance, like paint a scenario that, okay, you know what? It's okay if you remarry in the future.
I think it's okay, because it will be selfish to tell the person not to, because you don't know how this person is going to feel. They have to carry this burden. So whatever works for them, I beg. It will be selfish for you to now lock somebody, knowing fully well that you will not come back to revisit that conversation. You cannot come back. So let the living make decisions for the living.
Let the living make decisions for the living.
for the living and with the living. So,
Yeah.
what I would say is, the choice of word I use of want. Would you want your partner to get married? I feel like the choice of that want is very dicey for me, because I feel like even if you're married, at the end of the day, the man has autonomy over his life and the woman has too. So in the situation where the partner didn't even die, you can just say, I'm not doing marriage again, you go your separate ways, which is almost the same as a partner that is like one person's out of the equation of the marriage. People remarry. And I feel like, I don't know if maybe I'm wrong because I've never been married. I don't think that, you guys can correct me or teach me. I don't think that your partner has a say over your life or has a definite say over what you choose to do or not to do, if that makes sense. So yeah, I feel like even if you have the conversation when the person is alive, unfortunately the person is gone now. Some people can't function being alone. Some people absolutely need companionship. Some people need to be with a partner. Some people they're not in a relationship, they're not in marriage. It feels like the purpose of their existence is under review. So yeah, that's just where I stand with the particular question you asked me. In regard to the video, I didn't really understand the full scope.
We're going to react on the video, but I,
Okay.
I was just kind of we're going to react on the video, but that was exactly the kind of question I wanted to present, a more frequent, the one that actually happens more than if somebody having dementia, right? You understand what I'm saying? So my own belief, or what I think is quite important for me the most, is that the person I would hope that she makes the right decision on the man for the sake of the kids.
Yeah.
That's pretty much my answer. That's
Yeah.
pretty much my answer. For the sake of the kids, make the right decision about a man. Because now it's not just your kid, it's my kids. You understand what I'm saying? So I didn't even look at the angle from if they are divorced. It was more of if there is a what's it called, a finite end to life. That was the angle I was coming from. The first thing that came to my mind, I said, I would hope that she makes a better decision about the next man that will raise our kids and love the kids the same way I love them. That was the angle where I was coming from.
Yeah, I mean, that's why I say you can't, like, the decision
It's out of your control.
is out of your control. Because even if you are alive and there was a divorce, would you say the person should
Yeah,
not?
yeah.
So
Even if the person your partner is now with, quote and unquote, is not the best decision for the children, it's still out of the dead person's control. And even if the husband is alive, it's out of your control. Only if you decide to go get custody of your children. But in
Yeah,
that moment, whoever she's with or whoever he's with,
and
you
even
just have to be praying.
I would hope is more of
Yeah,
you're praying that yes,
expectant. Hmm.
this person actually makes a good decision about the person to just raise my kids with. Yeah, that's pretty much. But like I said, these things happen, and people also out there that make a decision not to remarry again. I don't know, for somewhere where I don't know the stories. I don't know what the covenant between them or the vows are like. Is up to both of them. So, let's go back to reacting. You've seen that. What do you guys think? Because I feel like all of the parties that share their thought and perspective, they make a good point. I
yeah,
don't know.
they made a good point, and I was tempted to go with the initial thoughts. My flexible self, logical self wanted to go with, oh well, since the man is not, he has dementia and all of those things, he can. But again, like what the last guy said, a covenant is a covenant, really, and the test of a covenant is actually when things are not going well. Like it's very easy to say I love you, I do this, I do that. When things are all fine, the beautiful houses, cars, trips, love and everything. I think the true test of covenant and true love is even when you have like situations like this. So it's hard, but it's not allowed. A covenant is a covenant. If the person is dead now, not alive anymore, you can now move on with. I think you are now free from the contract or covenant that you've signed with this person. So yeah, I would outrightly go with the last take, even though the first initial one was very sweet and it felt logical. Oh, this person is not, brain. What was the word now? Somebody used one. I can't remember, but basically, like the person is not alive anymore. So, but I will stick with the last point of view, which is a covenant is a covenant, and the covenant you sign is in good health and in sickness. Period.
Sickness and health. My take on the covenant is yes, if you've taken a covenant, you've sworn in front of God, the church, the masses, and the whatever, hold on to it. But I think it's also important that all parties are held to the accountability of their covenant.
Mm-hmm.
And I'll tell a little bit of story. Many years ago, I've worked in hospital, and specifically this one, I worked in a rehab center. But this one was a rehab slash nursing home. So on one floor, everybody there were on rehab. So you see younger people and older people. So the rehab is basically they've had some crazy surgery. They need to be monitored. Their family comes. Then we have the nursing home part, which is basically I'm not feeling well. They are under some type of medication, but they don't have family around them to be with them. And then you go, and then the end of the building is what they call memory lane. Basically, people with psychological, like proper. That's where you find the dementia, all of that. People with like memory and all that good stuff. Now, when I walked on dementia, like the memory loss lane, I saw more women. And yeah, they went through one or two things, an accident, and most of them was always something traumatic that just shocked their world and they could not recover from it. So that's when I was talking about being stuck. So it's like they are stuck and frozen in a moment. In fact, this one, they're not even physically moving forward in life. They're just, there are days I would walk into the hospital, let's say Sandy, hey, Miss Sandy, she'll call me her daughter. She'll address me her daughter's name. She'll tell me, oh, have you had breakfast? Things like that. So that's different. But when I walk on the nursing home floor, they were mainly men. And I'm very curious because most what typically happens in nursing home is something has happened to you. You can't take care of yourself at home, or you don't have family to take care of you at home, right? That's why you're there. They're mostly men. And I always ask questions. I always do. Memory lane, when I go into their room of the women, they always have pictures. Their family comes to see them. Be it their children, their sister, sometimes husband, right? On on nursing home, which is the men, when I ask questions, all of them have the same thing. Oh, I'm married. Oh, so where's your wife? I wasn't a good man to her. So that's where I'm driving at. You want the covenant to be whatever, because you've got dementia now as a man and everything. Were you a good husband?
Yeah, that's a valid.
Because yes, covenant or not covenant, I feel like there's not one very good, well-treated woman that will not take care of a man that needs help from that same man. If you were, for lack of better words, a shitty man in her life, she's not praying that you're going to end up in that position. But the moment you end up there, it's almost like the liability in my life has been taken away from me. So a lot of the times in the nursing home aisle, I don't see people come and greet their dads. They don't have a picture of their family on the wall. They almost live in pretty much isolation. And what's it called? I think there's also research on it. A lot of men die in isolation because when you were younger, when you were nicer, when you were agile or whatever, the people around you, be it your wife, be it your kids, you weren't necessarily the nicest person to them. But now that you're older, and I'll say this one specifically, excuse me, to our tradition, a woman is expected to come back around, bathe him, and do this and do that. And I just want to say this. Not every woman will put themselves through that, especially if that man wasn't a good person to her. So honor your vows. I'm not saying don't honor it. Honor your covenant and everything. But when you see a woman fall back on that covenant, there's most likely a reason why.
Yeah.
That's where I stand with
Yes,
their
yes.
back and forth on the stage.
Yeah, good thing. So two things actually. Yes, that assumption of holding true to the covenant is also based heavily on the fact that you fulfill your side of the contract.
I hope they do.
So we hope, and
Yeah.
just to add to what you said, on the flip side, when women are actually sick, from what I've heard so far, most men actually run away.
I was going to say, but I was like, let me not
Most men,
talk
like
going to be men and women.
if the cases were flipped, most men
Yeah, the
actually
men will
run
leave.
away. We've even had the case where the man started engaging with the nurse. that was taking care of the. I think we had an episode. Akin was the one that shared that story. So and and I've heard like other people talk about these things in particular, and it's
Mm-hmm.
always men usually. I mean, I don't have the scientific data to back it up, but just based on yesterday,
Men
men
leave.
usually leave and they will go
Mm-hmm.
find. And if it's flipped, it's expected that the woman should stay, take care of,
Yeah. The
endure,
woman is the
especially given
nurturer. The
our
woman is
culture.
the this. Please.
So, I mean, I would say bottom line, be a good man, honor your contract, contribute your part
Do your side of the bead.
diligently, like do your side of the bid
So,
and be faithful,
so
and you
it
will
feels
be
like
expecting what you
everyone,
did not give.
it feels like everyone actually inserted a scenario that didn't happen from the video.
But we have
Okay.
to.
I know, like especially KBB. I don't think KBB like spoke to what the lady was asking. Like
What was she asking?
exactly. So what she was asking is that because she is mentally not all right or incapable anymore, like she has needs, and she's been drawn to a lot of men, both like sexually, like she really wants to step out and she's still honoring her own side of it by taking care of him. In fact, got him a rehab home or where they will see to it that he's taken care of. But she still wants to be able to like cater for her own needs, sexual needs. So that's the question.
So the question is, she's still married. Yeah, her partner is sick. She's taking care of him. He's taking care of his health, but she wants to have another partner for sexual desires. So the question is, what is that okay? Is that what you're asking?
Yeah, I think that was what led to those two answers or whatever answers, opinion from those people, right? So the standpoint.
Mm-hmm.
So I think I'm just trying to like clarify and make sure that we didn't like omit any what's called any of those, because Ketchy's standpoint was more of like, yeah, he agrees with those perspectives, but then
Mm-hmm.
as far, oh yeah, the vow is the vow. So from that standpoint, I want to believe that Ketch is saying that mean whatever, like there shouldn't be any sexual needs. It's not in a response to say, oh, you shouldn't take care of your husband, if that makes sense what I'm trying to say.
So I would say that where I stand is that it's a personal decision influenced by different things. So if it's influenced by, like the last person said, covenants or whatever, um, do what is best for you. Like there's no one or two, there's no right answer to it. It's something, some people, like you rightly said, some people have decided to never remarry, never have another partner. And even when this partner in question now, okay, they were sick, now they've actually passed away. They're like, I don't want a relationship, I don't want anything. Right. So I feel like for me personally, I don't have a yes or no answer. It's just do what works for you. Do whatever you want to do. Like, and I guess if it works for the partner too, like, because that situation is dicey for me
They
to
can
give a
like sexual, they can attend like
whatever makes her,
Happy.
that is their own problem, honestly. Like, I don't have a yes or no answer to it,
yeah,
but
actually,
I just wanted to state the fact that if the person also held on to their own part of the contract, you should be a good person and hold on to it. And if you decide I'm cutting out of your life because you're sick, there has to be a reason to it. So, yeah,
Yeah.
over to you, Dr. Cash. What was something that stood out to you?
Ah, so this is very interesting. And the backstory to it is we actually have free will, but we don't use it enough. And this person I saw on TikTok, she decided to use her free will to the maximum. And it's very simple. So I'm going to put something in the chat. So the word is GHOTI. I don't know if you guys can
Mm-hmm.
see it. Can you
Mm-hmm.
pronounce that word?
Let's me go first.
You're on mute.
GHO.
G-H-O-T-I. Can you please pronounce that word?
Is this a trick question or
It's no, just pronounce whatever you see.
goatee or got it?
Goatee.
Goatee.
Okay, baby, what do you see?
I would say goatee too.
All right. All right. So now back to the discussion of free will. This word is fish.
Okay. How so?
How so? Very good question. So the person, this is the explanation. Like, English language, sometimes it doesn't make sense the way they, spell some things, and you have questions. And then the person
Mm-hmm.
decided to exercise their free will and
Mm-hmm.
make this word and call it fish. And this is the breakdown. So please follow me. So the
Okay.
first GH is the
Mm-hmm.
so if you look at the word enough, how do you spell
Mm-hmm.
enough? Enough ends with GA,
GH. Mm-hmm.
and it has the F
Mm-hmm.
sound. So
Mm-hmm.
that's the first part. Now the O that you see, how do you say when you say women?
Women. Mm-hmm.
The O
Okay.
is
The
that's the
I.
and when you say nation, the
Mm-hmm.
TI there is sh. And so
Mm.
when you bring these three things together, goatee then turns to fish.
Fish.
And
Amazing use of free will, if
and
I
I
do
was
say so
like,
myself.
I need to start using my free will to do things,
To create
to
words.
create words, and to just do like if they say this is the rule. I was thinking about it the other day too, like when you have a country and you want to call the people from that country, like you have Canada, Canadians, Nigeria, Nigerians, and then you have Senegal. Why is it not Senegalian? Why is it Senegalese? What rules are
Mm.
this thing? Why is China Chinese and this
Mm-hmm.
one? Like all those different rules. So I'm like, wait, this is a wake up call to start using my free will to the mind
Yeah.
because I'm saying goatee and this person is saying it's fish. So that was crazy for me. Like, wow.
Strongly, strongly in support. You know why? Because I've always wondered, right? Like the so-called words that we use or vocabularies in the dictionary, how did it come about? I asked, like, how did it come about? Because
Mm-hmm.
if the word of recent that just became popular probably like 2 years ago, the word race has made it to like the Merriam-Webster dictionary. You're like, oh, so is that easy,
Yeah.
right?
I
Is that
think things are what we call them.
it's accepted, it's generally accepted. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, so when you see things like this, it makes you wonder, like, okay, I can just come up with something and then it's acceptable. Like what unlike scientific research whereby you have to back it up with enough data and evidence.
Mm-hmm.
This one, because it's generally acceptable by people,
Mm-hmm.
it made it
I
to the
think I think generally the naming of things don't typically have to do with scientific backing. So if you decide to, it's just like identification of example person. Some people can say identify
So
as a as a lamp. So it's like whatever you call things is what they are generally with naming. Even in the beginning, when God told Adam name things, and whatever it is that you name is what you know.
you
So
just
even
opening mouth.
scientists, yeah, even scientists when they name something, it's only some people that make sure that the name they've given it has to do with function. Some people they just name things out of
Mhm.
nowhere. What is
Yeah.
an app that the name has nothing to do with the function? Like imagine an app is called Lemon. It has nothing to do with the fruit, it has nothing to do with the color. It's just the name suits what they want and they picked it. That's what I think we're naming of items. So yeah, that was an amazing use of free will. I use my own free will to travel the world for free, if it's possible.
Well, it
That's what I want to
becomes
use my free will
expensive.
to do.
Your free will becomes expensive immediately on the spot. I mean,
That's
unless you
what
want to be an air
I think
hostess.
you will build your own plane or you buy your own plane.
No, you can be an air hostess.
with yeah,
And be
honestly, and I won't be I can be the fan on the plane.
Mm,
The what's it called? The
the turbine. Or what's
is that
that?
what it? Yeah,
What the
whatever
engine?
it is. Yeah, yeah, I can become it. Use my free will to become it. I identify as a Tovana, but you just
The fact that you guys are not trying, you are not trying to mimic something that would benefit you and live in such experience.
yeah. Okay, well, something that stood out to me this week is the power of declaration
Mm.
and calling forth things as though they were. That is something that stood out to me this week. I have practiced, I don't want to call, I don't know if it's faith necessarily, but I've practiced declaring things. So like I see a situation in front of me and I call it what I want it to be. And that's something that has stood out to me a lot. So let's say, for example, my car has broken down. I need to get to work. I begin to say, I'm going to clock into work today and I'm going to leave work today. So it's like I'm not in denial of what's going on around me, but I'm
But
calling forth what I want out of the situation around me. So that's something that has stood out to me a lot this week. And funny enough, I've also seen not coincident, maybe coincident, I don't know, TikTok videos of people saying that, or like, for example, manifesting things. Yeah, or like basically just speaking things into existence because sorry to go spiritual, but in the beginning, God spoke the God spoke the word, and God said He has created us in His image, which means that the authority that Jesus has, that the heavens have, basically, to call forth things, you can also do it. So everything is looking crazy. Speak what you want into it, and just move on with your life. So yeah, that is something that has stood out to me, something that I've actually practiced this week. All right. So let's move on to the next segment of the show. So I want us to discuss at length um closure or no closure. And this is in every ramification of life. When you go through things with people, by yourself, whatever the case might be, is closure something that you think is essential? Why or why not? I'm putting the floor up for discussion.
off the top of my head,
Mm-hmm.
closure is very good because it helps you to analyze the situation and you can have like a balanced view of things, and it will help you also assess how you played certain roles and what you can improve going forward. Because without closure, you can only based off your decision and whatever you do off of what you know, which is what you think
Mm-hmm.
you sometimes you need like that other side of the story, other side of the confirmation to be able to have like a balanced view. So I think in the looking at it like overall, like with the
Holistically.
holistically,
Mhm.
yes, it is. It is important. I mean, it's not like if you don't have it, you have to move on, right? But I think it helps with assessing the situation, and then
Mhm.
you know, give
What does
yourself.
closure look like to you?
Well, so in the context of, say, for example, a relationship, right?
Mm-hmm.
You're dating someone and something happens, and then all of a sudden, bam,
Go your
just
separate
the
ways.
end.
Mm-hmm.
Just the end.
Mm-hmm.
Now you have to, without closure, now you have to start thinking, what did I do wrong? You have to start guessing. You have to start
Mm-hmm.
analyzing.
Mm-hmm.
Meanwhile, maybe out of all 100 things that you came up with in your list, maybe none of that was even part of the
Is a factor. Mm-hmm.
right? And
Mm-hmm.
maybe you knowing that one thing would actually help your life moving forward, but now you
Mm-hmm.
don't know, and you just have to go with whatever you
Oh,
you
you've been
think,
guessing.
or you think, and because it's all guesswork now,
Mm-hmm.
and sometimes you might not be like a good evaluator of yourself. You need like
Mm-hmm.
that external feedback.
Mm-hmm.
So that now this is what I think it is. You know yourself, and this is what the other person thinks. Maybe now it's a wrong projection of who you think you are. You can
Mm-hmm.
that, or maybe this is actually true about you. You can also
Mm-hmm.
think now it's, but at least you have the whole, like you have a whole information to work with. So I feel like that will also play to the quality of decisions that you make moving forward. And even for any other thing, it could be like a job or anything.
Mm-hmm.
They just sacked you.
Mm-hmm.
There is no concrete, like, so you'll be
Would
wondering
you
like,
would you ask your manager for
now I'm
closure?
just saying, like, if you not like closure, but at least you want to know why this thing is. It like the company is struggling, that is why you are laying me off, or you are sacking me, or
And is
is it
that enough answer for you?
No, I'm just saying, like, at least you want to know.
I'm just asking too.
You
Okay,
get,
so
like,
just the knowing.
just in knowing, so like, if it's the company's problem or it's a me problem.
Oh, okay, sure.
Yeah, because
It's
if
not
it's
you,
just,
it's me.
at least that would give you some sort of consolation. Like, okay, I didn't do anything wrong,
Yeah.
right? So you need, because it doesn't make sense. You want to badge in one day and they say access denied. Go home. Ah,
Yeah.
you get what I'm saying. So like you can see it in other like different situations like that. Even at home too, like all of a sudden somebody that is giving you food say they're not giving you food again. What did I do wrong? What is going? At least you want to know, and for the fact that you want to make things better, or you want to know, okay, what can I work on? What can I do better? What did I say wrong? How did I offend you? Blah blah blah. So yeah,
Okay.
closure is important, but of course sometimes you don't get it, so you gotta move on.
You move on with your life. All
You move
right.
on with your life.
Over to you.
I mean, anyone with you guys don't know, but I was just trying to recollect situations whereby closure has either benefited me or not.
Mm.
And what I can draw from that is a case by case basis.
Mm-hmm.
There are some closure you need, and there's some closure you just don't need.
Mm-hmm.
Most people are not just honest with themselves; they need closure for self validation,
Mm-hmm.
and it in a way emphasizes that there was already a lack of self self how you know yourself, like what
Mm-hmm.
that's what it brings to light a lot of like things you lack when you
Mm.
want closure. That's one thing I've realized, because let's be honest with ourselves, and this is me, this is just from somebody that has actually
Your point of view.
closure and not giving closure. And
Mm.
there's times that I would have actually wanted closure or even give the other person closure. Obviously, there are. But then there are also instances whereby I'm like, it won't do either of us any good. You understand what I'm saying? There's some scenarios whereby we let's say, I won't grant closure if I know your personality, if I know that you have ego.
How does that? What's the
Okay.
Yeah.
correlation with that?
If okay, take for instance now, if we've had similar occurrences before and that almost break a friendship or relationship, and
Mm.
probably I've called your attention to it and it happens again, trust me, I won't say I won't give you closure,
Okay. Because it has been addressed before.
because we've addressed before, but then I just
Okay.
think that it's just who you are.
Okay.
That's just it. And there's something I've learned over time, that it gets to a particular point in time or particular age that change is just is a torture. You just People just won't change. Like I won't expect them to change. You just have to like
Mm.
let it go. You just have to decide as a person that, am I willing to live with this, continue to live with this person, that with these same things that you've addressed, or not. It's not
Mm-hmm.
your own decision. You
Mm-hmm.
get what I'm trying to say?
Mm-hmm.
And in that scenario, when you do finally decide to um, let go, depending on what your decision is, if your decision is to let go, then okay, and you say, you know what, I'm not just going to address it anymore. You decided in your heart that there's no closure. I'll just move past it. You understand what I'm saying? And remember when I said it's a case by case scenario?
Yes.
Chris mentioned something about let's say you got laid off at work.
Mm-hmm.
That in itself, I've had two scenarios.
Mm-hmm.
One that's personal and one that has to do with a friend.
Mm-hmm.
Now, um, not until I I got laid off as
Mm-hmm.
part of like a massive, what's the word, layoff that
Mm-hmm.
happened like this past few months.
Mm-hmm.
And you could understand that it's, in as much as it was an industry um, or economy driven kind of
Mm-hmm.
layoff,
Mm-hmm.
yeah, there was still a place in my heart that felt like, okay, what did I do wrong? You get what I'm trying to say?
Mm-hmm.
I would say that lasted just for a period of like, let's say 2 months after the whole thing. But forward to about, let's say, many months later, when it happened to somebody else, and the person was narrating the story and how the manager was always calling in
Mm-hmm.
every, let's say, I won't exaggerate, maybe every week.
Mm.
Calling for what?
Eh?
Checking up on him.
Checking up on him and saying, oh, explaining to him, giving him reason. It was the thought. See, the conversation will vary from, oh, bro, I didn't want to let you go.
Mm-hmm.
My hands were tied. You understand?
Mm-hmm.
He felt there was a guilt, even if it
Mm-hmm.
wasn't his fault. He had to make a choice, right?
Mm-hmm.
He was expressing out of, and he was also checking up and asking, like, have you gotten anything and stuff like that? If you need any
Mm-hmm.
recommendations, and that was how the conversation varied. It varied. It was different on each occasion. You get what I'm trying to
Yes.
say? And when this
Mm-hmm.
guy said it, and I was like, boom, did this thing came again? It felt in that moment. I said, how I wish I got this kind of closure.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm trying to say? So
Mm-hmm.
it's 1 minute you think you're doing good. That's for people that actually need closure. 1 minute
Mm-hmm.
you say, oh, I don't need closure. Next minute you would have a reason to say, come on, I need closure. I wish I had closure. So that's why I said it varies. There are some that will get it and nothing will still change. There are some that won't get it and they'll move on with their life. You get what I'm trying to say?
Mm-hmm.
So I've come to realize or learn that it doesn't really, it's a hit or miss with closure.
Mm-hmm.
Like with closure, it might really help some people, and at times it doesn't help people. That's just what I'm saying. Like coming from someone that had to deal with that in some
Mm-hmm.
area, and had
Mm-hmm.
to also deal with the absence of it or presence of it in some areas.
Mm-hmm.
So it's one of those topics that you can't really say this is a generic way it should go, or that is more acceptable. You get what I'm saying? So yeah, that's
Mm-hmm.
my submission on this.
Okay. So where I stand with closure is I believe that everybody needs closure from every situation. And closure doesn't always look like a conversation. Sometimes it looks like sitting with yourself. So when every situation happens, there are two voices, your thoughts and what you're thinking on behalf of the other person.
Mm-hmm.
So that is where closure comes in. The day you can decide to stop thinking on behalf of the other person, you heal. And what thinking on behalf of the other person looks like is, in the case of Akin, when his friend told him, oh, my manager is checking up on me. Akin's process is, wasn't I hardworking enough? Did I do something? Why didn't you check up on me? Why didn't you send me an email? Now you're thinking on his behalf. Ask him, did he even really like me? Like, do I even matter to the organization? Things like that. But the moment you can help yourself to not think on behalf of the person and just process how you feel and find answers within yourself. And sometimes you gotta lie to yourself to move on. Sometimes you honestly have to lie to yourself and
That's
move on.
100% legit.
I mean, that's the only way to close the chapter.
Create a chapter and move on. However, I will say this, if an issue happens and somebody comes to you and demands closure, I think you owe it to them. If a person comes to you and tells you, I need to have a conversation, I need answers, I have questions, you owe it to them to acknowledge their need. In the situation of work environment, I don't see how I would walk out my manager and say, why did you fire me? Give me an answer. Da, 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 da. Maybe the another way I can go, maybe my choice of words. Hey, here's something I can improve on my job, da, 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 that good stuff. Like, maybe feedback. You can go in a feedback way. But if we were to be like relationship wise, both romantic or platonic or whatever the case might be, family, whatever, if somebody comes to me and it's the ending of a friendship and you come or relationship and you come to me and say, hey, Coin, I need closure from this. I want to go on a coffee lunch date, whatever with you. I have a lot of questions. I would oblige, excuse me, their demand because there's nothing as painful. Some people cannot shut their subconscious. They cannot shut it down. And there's nothing as hard as laying in bed, again, thinking on behalf of somebody is painful because you can only wonder and wonder and wonder
Because you always come with 1 million
scenarios. Like
answers and
your
scenarios.
mind will process 99.999 things as to why. And that's what answers does to you. I'm going to give you a little story. My cousin went through a breakup and it was a long distance one. She's in America, he's in Canada. And when everything happened, it actually happened while she was in Canada. No, while she just came back to America. The breakup and everything happened. And she told the guy, I need closure. And the guy said, I'm available on this day. I'll fly in to give you your closure. And I absolutely respected that, because as crazy as it sounds, some people, it's not even for self-exhortation or validation. It's they just need to hear from the horse's mouth. This, even if the person tells you the reason why I broke up with you is you are the problem, some people just need to hear that. And that's, if you think about it, that is what therapy is. Therapy is closure. You just go and see a person, you tell them everything. And if you have
Make
a
it
good
make
therapist,
sense.
yes, if you have a good therapist, they will tell you, Coinsola, you messed up in so and so area. This person messed up in so and so area. So everybody, even when you talk to your friend about, oh, I lost my job, you are looking for closure. It's not just this. It is, this is how I'm feeling.
Help
And
you. Yeah.
so if somebody comes to you and you don't give them the closure, I'm sorry, you're a witch.
They must
Yeah,
Yes.
because
Yeah,
well,
there's
delaying the
always that
person's
open
healing.
lead.
there are
There's
some
always
Yes.
open lead that would.
why a lot of people don't go back for closure from when it comes to the case of relationship.
Relationship? Mm-hmm.
People don't like disrespect too. Have you seen some closure that you, in fact, when you go for it there, you come back with disrespect. In fact, it's even more, it's much more worse.
I don't know. Give an
And
example.
and now that's the thing about it. Like that would be me. I don't have example. I have an example, but I can't speak to it.
It will be too descriptive. Okay.
It will be too, yeah, it will be too descriptive. And I know
Mm-hmm.
just where this podcast would get.
Can go.
I know our subscribers. I know our base. First people that will get
Thank
it.
God I don't know them. Mm-hmm.
I don't know. I know them actually.
Me, I don't.
What I'm saying is that, see, in the moment when that happens and you get like what you even get from such closure is maybe disrespect. It tells you that in itself is disclosure. What it
Mm-hmm.
tells you is that, I said, that in itself is
I said,
closure.
mm-hmm.
What that means in that sense is that you probably were not the problem. Because you're just met with a disrespect, man, for crying out loud. And I think that's largely why a lot of people don't like go for that closure. Most times, from experience, they tell you, "Oh, boom, yeah." In fact, when I even went to it, it was the person was not nice when they were even describing it. They were not even super nice. You're gonna get one. So I think for that reason, a lot of people don't want.
Some people are not kind. Mm-hmm.
Hey, obviously, it's human now. It's human.
Yeah.
It's human. And I don't know. It's just crazy. That's it. I don't want. Let me not talk further because this is going
Yeah.
to.
It's
Yeah.
going
Yeah,
to go to
yeah.
places.
But that's why I said. I mean, most of the time, people don't even get closure. You end
Yeah.
up
I've
moving
never
on
gotten
by
closure. I
yourself.
think
You find
Did you ask
you
for it?
find peace.
Have
you
you
just
asked?
find peace,
I've
and like
never
you said,
asked. Okay.
you have
Go
to
ahead.
shut it down
Mm-hmm.
for yourself. So
Mm-hmm.
that part of you, I mean, it might come back, but you just finding a way to shut it down, and so you can move on with your life and fix whatever you think you can fix moving
Mm-hmm.
forward. That's it.
Mm-hmm.
But I mean, if you can
So
get it, it's important. Yeah, go on, okay, baby.
yeah. So to the question Rotimi asked me, have well, like I said, I've never gotten closure. Have I ever asked for it? No. However, there was a message that was sent that indicated needing some type of closure, and the access was denied. And recoiler, when you recoil, Like, when you stretch something, that thing recurls back. That's how I am. Like, if I stretch, I reach forth, and you sit on me, it's like privilege taking back. Like, don't stress me, that's the energy. So, have I ever needed closure? Yes. Have I ever gotten it? No. Have I ever demanded it? No. I think what I do, honestly, guys, I pray about my emotions. I'm like, God, and as I think it was our second or third episode, Rotimi said it, identifying your emotions will help you. God, I'm really angry with so and so person. The emotion I'm feeling is hatred towards this person. If I see the person, I can slap the person. Like, that's how I talk to God. God, help me to not feel this emotion again. Help me to shrink the emotion, And then one I do is therapy. And then God has blessed me. I have sisters. One thing about having sisters or siblings is that even when you are wrong, they will help you to abuse the person. In the meantime, his head is a coconut head. Like, they will ginger you and make you feel good. But later, and I'm not, I tell myself the truth a lot. Sola, this is where you were bad. You shouldn't have done this. You shouldn't have done that. What I hate in the ending of friendships or relationships that I don't like is when you walk away from a situation, it's okay to shut up. Like, you didn't give me closure. I didn't ask whatever. Just shut up. There's no reason why you have gone to A, B, and C, Q, X, Z to talk about it. Now, to me, to me, at this point, you are a coward because
Before that you mentioned, have you ever 1 minute, you guys? Have you ever 1 minute, you guys have an argument, and the next minute you open Twitter, the
Yes.
person, the person
Yes.
subbed you,
the person what?
the person subbed you. You
Oh,
know,
that
you
Like,
one
know
has
what
never
what's
happened to me.
up?
But I've had
have
You know
somebody
what's
post
up? You know
indirect.
what's
Yeah,
up
I do,
now?
I do.
Have you ever, and you can easily say, or you can easily,
I've
oh,
had like a tiny case like it was like I saw WhatsApp status. I'm like, so bad, Nusha.
Joe Biden,
Well,
you're like,
Yeah, people that bring their emotions to the internet, I'm happy for them. I can laugh about my emotions on the internet. Like, there's one time that I went through a breakup, and there's this meme that said, the last time you asked me if I was single, I said I'm in a relationship. Now they return me back to the market. I posted it, and it was a lot of people slid into my WhatsApp DM, and we're all just laughing about it. That's me laughing about my issue, but I'm not. You
what
remember?
minutes?
I remember that your post.
Yes, I put it like they return me to the market. I'm available.
I did something like that.
This was a very long time ago.
It was
Like,
an IG, I think.
yeah, I don't know where I can't know I posted it, and
I
I
saw it.
laughed about it. Like, people were all laughing, But I'm not going to outrightly say some people will just that's just
You
bullshit.
to do that. Like, where was it coming from?
When I saw the post, it was humor. When I saw the post, I could relate to it, and I'm laughing at the misery I'm going through right now. So I posted it.
Well,
But I
Itafa.
would, I would, I would never outrightly be like some people are just monkeys after everything I've done. No, unnecessary. But back to what I was saying, you can't tell ABCQK. At that point, you're a coward because you're telling everybody what has
Except
happened,
me.
but the person, but the person.
Laughing and
I don't like that. I don't like that.
tears is almost coming from my eyes.
I don't like that.
Yeah,
That thing is so stupid. Like,
yeah. And one thing with me is if you say something about me, I don't mind people talking about me. Talk about me. It's good propaganda, whatever. Continue solo. That's why God has given you my rojolo. Just continue talking, yeah? My only issue with people talking is when you lie on my name, there's a
ah,
problem.
that
There's a
is.
problem. If it means I will knock your door, I will knock your door. Like, don't lie on my name. I will not go out of my name to way to destroy you. Don't. And if you decide to go out of way to destroy me, we'll meet each other there. So, on to the next. You want something?
Yeah, I was going to add as well that because you said something that was very key,
Okay.
and that is like on the issue of people telling
Like
people
telling
about
other
stuff.
people, like
Yeah,
lying
and
to.
I always love the opinion that even when you do, like, what exactly are you? what exactly
Your
are you guys?
intention
What
matters.
are you getting from it? Like, what
I
is
can
it?
tell my friend what I've gone through from a place of I just went through something horrible. But it's a different thing when you outrightly sit down in the midst of people and you
Mhm.
decide to destroy a person's identity.
So I just wanted
That is
to,
witchcraft.
so I just wanted to clarify that because there's this saying from like my dad normally says this about like when people go out of their way to say stuff or label them, it's almost like they want to label themselves like, oh, I did something good, and after all of that, and it's not the onus is not on the person that is also reporting to also say declare in their hearts not to also pick sides, especially if the other person they are they are talking about they are also they are also mutuals, right?
Yeah.
And people fail to people make a mistake. They pick enemy almost instantly. Do you get what? So
Mhm.
my dad would be like, be careful.
I don't even like to. I don't even like the such something happened. Somebody is not for me
That's
to.
either so that something will be like it's either you just keep it going. And that is why closure at times I think even the person reporting to the other person is also seeking closure in a way for someone to validate them
I
that
feel like
oh
most
yeah,
conversations, yeah.
if
It's
they
just
oh yeah,
validation to say, "Oh, don't
no, no,
worry,
you're not that wrong. You get
yeah,
what I'm saying? So
it's fine."
Popsy breaks it down. My dad, we have conversation, and he will tell you just plain point blank, like this is the intention of those people, all these parties involved. You understand?
Mhm.
And you want to be careful. You want to control your narrative, and part of controlling your narrative is you don't have to talk. Keep it moving.
I told you guys this year I'm going to be silent, and I've been doing it very well. Even though we are just 2 weeks in, me also.
What
I
is that?
mean,
I've been seeing this caption online lately. Confidence, is it quiet confidence or something? So I'm like, what? I don't know. I
yeah,
can't remember it, but
something like
like
that.
something like that.
All right, guys. The next topic for conversation is jealousy the measure of a person's love? So you're in a relationship, you're in a friendship, you're in a marriage, you're in a whatever. Ah, and your partner your partner is jealous. You have a jealous partner. I'm not saying the protective kind of jealousy. I mean like they just get jealous. Yeah. Is that yes? Is that a measure of a person's love? And I have my question is coming from what somebody said to me many years ago. They said it to me a long time ago, but when I was thinking of what to talk about today, what brought this back to me was a video I watched. The person said to me that when they decided to, when we decided to walk our separate ways, they wanted me to fight for them. And one, Rotimi, you're killing me, man. They wanted me to fight for them, and I
What's
didn't.
going
It was just I'm out of this situation. And I was like, okay, bye. And then there was another situation where there was, I think somebody, Jesus Christ.
on? Leo.
I think there was somebody else in the equation,
Mm,
and he wanted me to be
like
very observant of the person. Does that make sense? And I was just nonchalant about the person. So the person said to me that he never thought I liked him because I don't freak out when I see that people are around him, things like that. So yeah,
One, one
is
of the
jealousy is jealousy the measure of a person's love? Since Otimi is happy and jumping and itching,
I don't
take the
know.
floor.
Just take the flow.
this moment to
Take the floor. Take it. Take it.
go.
Take the carpet.
I appreciate your openness. Ladies and gentlemen of the
Men to
podcast,
men.
yeah,
Mm-hmm.
let's dissect it and let's see. See, let's be honest with ourselves. This is why I want mature people in relationship, man. Tell people that
Mm,
that's right too.
Mm.
Let's encourage more matured minds in relationship.
mm.
And that's
It be things. Go ahead.
so see, the way I don't want to call it coincidence anymore, but
Mm,
maybe because I've been in a way trying to identify myself with a lot of like all of these podcasts around relationships, and
Mhm.
in I said earlier, or maybe one of the episodes that about like I was listening to Pastor Dapola or something, and
Mm-hmm.
he said, let there be a balance,
Mm-hmm.
and I want to use that word balance in quotes when it comes to this whole jealousy and this thing.
Mm-hmm.
Now, jealousy in a relationship, obviously, maybe a sprinkle of it would help. Like it helps you gauge your relationship, just how much
Mm-hmm.
the other person feel about you. Now, jealousy, when there's an outburst of jealousy, that's where the problem is. That they can't see you with somebody else, or maybe a friend of the opposite gender, or you guys they are talking, and maybe they sight you from far away. Something is up. That is so unhealthy. Jealousy to the point whereby you are alienated from your friends.
That one is not jealousy. That's isolation.
Yeah, call it. In fact,
Mhm.
they are laced together.
Obsession. Obsession and
They are
disorder.
laced together. Now there is now a form of jealousy, like you said when the kid was saying something about, oh, I thought you would fight for me. You see,
Never fight for a man.
that thing is control.
Mm-hmm.
It's control. Now, when I was dancing, and because same way you said it was a man that said that, there was a lady that also said that to me as well. You get me? When would when maybe our paths crossed again, he said, oh, she was the one that invoked
Conversation.
the head of the she was only involved,
Oh,
no children plus.
she. Mm-hmm.
And then maybe months later we met and he said, oh, our word was like, oh, you didn't even wish me a happy birthday. People are too jassy.
After the ending of a relationship,
Yeah.
I mean, did the relationship end on a
How did
cordial,
it end?
like on a cordial note, or
Again,
was he?
I did not
Or
say
was
she
it
know the do
yam
again.
pepper scatter scatter?
I did not say she know they do again that this thing is not benefiting her and stuff like that. Like I said, that's where I said he was invoked by her and stuff. And that was where I felt people that act like that, that use so it was she so this is the thing here. It was not her intention to end it. She was just angry. And
She
that's probably
implied it.
yeah,
And
and
then
that was
she
the
was
third time
thinking,
that it had happened. You get what I'm saying? So in my
Mm.
head, I'm like, at that point in time, it was all about control to you. You feel like if I just weed it out, those phrases and just say it, and then you're threatening the person. That's the only reason you would think that, oh, uh, you thought that I was going to wish her happy birthday, and that would have actually suddenly, oh, brought us closer again.
wrong, wrong game,
So she
Wrong
played herself.
thinking.
She
wrong
played
play.
herself. She even like she said that. So this whole jealousy thingy, let's be honest, at times I want to say, oh, a sprinkle of it is necessary just to gauge just the true intention of the person or your partner to see, but the circumstance as well would tell us if it is healthy or not.
Mm.
You know what I'm trying to say? Not the ones that come out here, but you opposite gender, the antenna is up.
Mm-hmm.
You get what I'm trying to say? No, it
Mm-hmm.
happened sometimes in when I was growing up. I didn't realize then that it was an issue. That was the scenario that played out until my conversation with my mom,
Mm.
right? So
Mm.
imagine somebody saw actually, how do I even play the scenario? During our days, but living back in Lagos in Oshodi, for those people that know, this man, this how do I God Almighty? This was it this woman? Yeah,
Mm.
she saw the man, that's the husband, was speaking to a woman,
Mm-hmm.
and this woman is Sheikh Ejo. How do you what's the family tree now? Is it nephew? Do you also regard the man, the lady? What the lady is to the man is the his brother, the brother's
Mm.
daughter.
That's
what do you
his
call
niece.
niece? I
Mm-hmm.
didn't want to say the wrong thing. And because this lady is so fine, and you understand, the lady was in the car, and I think the husband was up on scene. His sister was in the motor, and they were talking, boom. And the wife was just coming, and she saw tó bá rí eré tó ń sá tátátátá ó ti yọ aṣọ kúrò nínú.
Some people are protecting their property. by
Life
all
now
means, by all means possible.
necessary.
And honestly, when this was, I was probably like 8 years old or 9. I
Mm.
just knew that it was a big thing, and it also was the place I lived was so close knitted because it was like a gated community. So you could see the drama.
You knew
You can't
things that were
see the
happening.
drama. You understand? I was like,
Mm-hmm.
and then years later was when my mom said, because this was what happened. I was like, nah, that's crazy. The drama
Oh,
that the
yes.
lady actually had a cut now in her head.
Wow.
That one
The
is too
lady
much.
had a cut in her head.
Wow.
So
if
I
if
know
you
there was, yeah, but and I think most cases like it's from a place of trust issues, like, and people probably have had experiences that they weren't treated properly, or they were jilted or disappointed, and they just want to be ahead. They don't want to be taken for a fool again. But let's be honest with ourselves, like, we shouldn't be in a new relationship. We should be dealing with it. It's a trauma, and you should be dealing with it the right way. So that's all I have to say about that, because this thing is crazy, right?
But to answer my
But
question, is
and you know the funny
jealousy?
thing,
Mm-hmm.
let me just learn this final thing. And
Mm-hmm.
Kay would know that it has happened. Kay, this one,
Mm-hmm.
this one I'm telling you, you were the subject of
Yes.
this conversation.
Dr.
And the
Kesh will tell
amount
you
of
after.
yeah, and the cash will put you in the loop after. And the amount of convincing I had to
what
do,
you sideline me?
and the amount of and the
Mm.
amount of convincing I had to do, I did for
Yeah.
months.
Yeah.
For months.
Oh
It's not
For
yeah.
worth it.
months.
It's
Even
not worth
after
it.
I said I printed everything, I said, bro, I did it for months.
Yeah.
And I'm like, at the end of the day, I'm like, nah,
I
bro,
give up.
You have subjected Akin to unnecessary. Why?
I
Me?
said, no, what?
Why?
Forget it. So yeah, it's a
But to
crazy.
answer my question, what's your stance? Is jealousy the measure of a person's love?
No,
No.
it's
Okay.
not. There has
Wait.
to be
Over.
something else. Why not service to the person? Why not, like, there's a lot of metrics, man. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Okay.
So for me to answer your question, no, it's maybe you need a sprinkle of jealousy, but to
Mm-hmm.
measure love, I mean, I've not seen it anywhere. Books, talks, podcast, or where measure of love is linked to jealousy. No,
Mm-hmm.
if for me, if I want to measure love, I'm
Mm.
looking at it from the perspective of
It's not
genuine
the only
care.
measurement, though. But I'm asking, is it
Consent. I'm
one
saying
of the
like
things?
no,
No.
no,
Okay.
no. That you are jealous. I will even say it's more of a selfish thing rather than love
Mm-hmm.
measurements or metrics. Really,
Mm-hmm.
if you look at it like from head to
In
toe,
the
from
grand
end
scheme of
to
things.
from the
Mm-hmm.
grand scheme of things, and with every other thing that you can actually use to measure,
Mm-hmm.
jealousy could be more of a selfish thing than a love metric in itself. So no, it's
No.
not. It's fine, no, but just the way you put small yeast like this
Sprinkle.
for
Mm-hmm.
sprinkle like a hell. Yes, now everything, because jealousy is a crazy emotion,
Yeah. I think I
and
want to believe jealousy is probably borderline a psychotic reaction, because
like it
with
gets
jealousy, you're making of things that don't even exist. And sometimes they do exist, don't get me wrong, but most
yeah,
of the times they don't exist. You're
yeah,
just
and it
creating
escalates
things.
quickly. So
It's into, is it a proper thing to say gaslighting in a
Yes, you
way?
can gaslight the person
yes,
because you
there's
want the person to say
gaslighting
what
in it.
is not happening. Yeah.
Mhm.
It can quickly turn into anger.
Yeah,
It can turn to so many things in like
jealous of everybody. He doesn't give birth. He doesn't have kids, good kids.
Yeah.
Yeah. Wow.
yeah. So
Okay.
no,
So,
no,
yeah, my
no.
stance on jealousy too is no. Fun fact about me, you guys. I've tried to study myself long enough. I don't think I have a bone of jealousy in me. I don't think maybe because I've not been in a situation or just, I'm talking life generally. I don't think I've been in a place where I've had to be jealous or to, I've never had it. And so for that reason, when, for example, um talking to this one is even just for just talking. We're talking and my friend, this one, my friend is in a proper relationship and he's telling me, oh, he doesn't like how other people are sliding into his babes DM, da 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 da. And I'm just looking at him like, if I were in that situation, if you were telling me this face to face, I'll be so irritated. Like, because I find men that are jealous absolutely unattractive. Like, I don't know how to explain it. If and I think people think it's cute. Oh my God, he's mature when he's telling you don't talk like this. Blah, blah, blah. I'm like, bro, no, babes. You look like a clown to me when you're jealous. I'm just like, what is
Hey,
this? Manage your emotions. If, for example, you get with a fine girl, you're not the only man that is not blind. Other people would also acknowledge the same thing you've acknowledged. And if you are with a very fine man, you're not the only one that has 20/20 vision. People will see what you're with. How about you trust your partner, hopefully, and hopefully your partner to has sense. And they are committed truly, they are loyal truly, and they don't, because I'm just like, I feel like for me, jealousy is a wasted emotion, in my opinion. I have I've never been pushed to the level of, oh my, and it will come off as me being nonchalant because there have been situations where maybe I'll tell you guys a story after we are done. But like there was this particular situation where this person expected me to be like frantic. No, the word is territorial. And I was just very relaxed. I was like, on top what? Why would I go and be shouting and screaming and jumping
are you
because
a
of what
land of
happened?
oil? Are you a land of crude? Are you Greenland?
Like, what are we doing? So yeah, that's where I don't know if I think jealousy is not a healthy emotion. I don't even think a sprinkle of it is okay. I feel like I understand the showing that I'm scared of losing you atom in your relationship where it's maybe not scared, but like I don't want to lose you. I get
I
it,
value
but
you so much that I
yes,
don't want
yes,
to.
but I don't think that is even equal to jealousy. Like there are other
That's
ways
not.
that yeah, you can show like, hey, I want this to work
I
out. I am
genuinely.
rooting for us. There are other ways except from being territorial. Yeah, my man, who is that? Who is calling you?
Problem. Most people have
Hmm?
control issues. Being territorial and being jealous, it's all
Yeah,
borderline control.
Yeah.
yeah.
It's all
Because
borderline.
the lens at which you see it and you use that tool is almost negative.
You, you
It's
can you get
like
what
any small
the
thing.
length to which you
I'm
use that.
going out here. Oh
Yeah.
shit.
And
Some people,
let's also
some people say, let me paint the scenario to you. Do you think you have so you have a sole proprietary decision over what a lady wears, Kesh, or over what your partner wears?
No, I can only give input and suggestions.
God
At
bless.
the end,
Impute and
at the
subject.
end of the day,
You wear whatever.
does it bother you though when she eventually
Does it
wears what
bother
she wants
you?
to wear that you're not happy
What
with?
has revealing? Does it bother you?
does it bother me?
You don't like cleavage, your partner likes to wear cleavage, and you've spoken to her about it and things like that, and you see her working out these days, and like, oh, babes, I think you should change.
I
You're
think this
just
is not the right
suggesting.
time to correct the situation. If you don't like cleavage and you know already that this
People
is
change over time.
uh
Do you want to take the risk, the start eating of change? Do you want to go by your start eating of change? Because change
but something
is
people
always
change, but well, I will allow that. But at the end of the day, when it comes to like outfit or whatever, I can only, like I said, if at the end of the day, well, it's fine. If you're comfortable in it, go for it. Yes, I might not be okay with it. We'll talk about it, but at least I've expressed my how I feel about it, which is, and now this is similar to other things too. Even with food, can say I don't like this, and then so I don't think it's even limited to. But at the end of the day, you have to hear how you feel, and then you guys can talk about it and find a common ground.
I respect that because then again, this is it, and now we should normalize that. Oh, if at the start of a relationship, your opinion about certain thing is what it is, and then it changes, we should also normalize that. Yeah, my opinion can change. I might not be fine with it now, but over time, I might actually express. You can only express. You can't say, oh, go back and change. You can only say, oh, this thing there, I don't know how I feel about it, or it's doing me somehow. But once I have like better explanation, I'll let you know.
Yeah.
So
So
I don't know.
so my own with the question that you asked, if your partner has a cut true say about about what you're wearing or what you're not wearing, I personally think that they do have a say, and their say is valid. I think if you talk to me, the tone is very important. If you give a suggestive tone, and I don't think the person is not going to change what they're wearing. Okay. But if you are giving a demanding, at least this Oluwa Koinsola, if you are giving a demanding tone, by default, it's like a goat. When you tell a goat stop, goat is like, I will show you I'm going to start. You know? So I feel like if your tone is demand, force, I'm getting it my way how I want it, when and where, by default, the person will rebel. A good example is if you are marrying outside of your culture. Let's say, for example, you are marrying somebody from the north. Not even though this is even minus faith, just
The
culturally or
northern.
traditionally, the northerners in Nigeria are very conservative, very covered up, very everything. And you are from, let's
Southwest.
say, southwest, and we're the southwest are more what's
Libra.
expressive. This is not business, it's not even liberal, expressive, in their appearance and everything. When you step out, every time you step out, you represent who you are, I mean, who you are or whose you are. In this situation, your faith, you represent your faith. In this situation, your partner, you represent your partner. Imagine your partner tells you, babe, I want you to meet me at Meridian at 9 o'clock. I have a business meeting with so and so. You will dress accordingly. Yes or no? Right? So I feel like different events, different occasions will call for certain things. My own partner has a say, but it's not going to be a say that takes out my
Authoritarian.
own personal
In.
style too. So, for
Mhm.
example, you cannot tell me by fire, by force, I should start using scarf.
You just give your partner the now turns out to be a deacon or a pastor.
What?
That is something that I actually aggressively forbid. Like,
Let's say
no,
aggressively forbid. But yeah,
I
that's what I'm saying.
aggressively forbid it.
Oh God
That's what I'm saying.
Almighty.
Like as a unit, you have like okay, this thing is not. Maybe you should wear this or that, but you can never like to Akin's question. Like say maybe you are wearing skirts, and that's it.
Mm-hmm.
Fine now. It's more of this thing give reasons. You're working as a team, I believe. So at the end of the day, it's for everybody to look good and to
To the point, I've had situation whereby the only thing I've had scenario whereby somebody wanted to also dictate what I wear. And what they even dictated to concept was so funny. They wanted me to be wearing this, so this trend where you wear a baggy trouser, and I'm like, so
I
like
actually,
they
whoever
wanted
told you that, I agree with them. I don't think men should be wearing skinny jeans anymore. But go
no,
ahead.
no, no, but it's the only skinny jeans that we have. There was a particular trend that was going on, and then they wanted me to wear
is it
like
for just one occasion or just change your
Change your
style?
wardrobe.
I think to make them look good.
No, I'm saying like the
Yeah, that's what she's
suggestion
saying. That
earlier
she wanted him to basically change his wardrobe so that his dressing will
is new
complement
look.
our own.
Yeah, will complex to make them look good. And that was
That's the thing because with dressing and this
How
thing, it
about
has
you
to
date what you're attracted to? Like, if you see the
from
guy
the
day
word go.
one and his
no,
dressing is not making sense,
not
let
that
go.
she.
And because
Okay, listen,
maybe she
listen.
has convinced
I need,
herself that
I need
she
to,
I
was
will
I need
change
to
him.
also,
change side.
I need to also point blank that she didn't explicitly say that, but I could,
Read
I could read from that based on what she
the
has
way this is
bought,
going.
where the thing was going, right?
Mm-hmm.
That was when I sense that. But I don't. Yeah, it might look. You might think that it will look good on me, but have you even asked me what I like to? What do I feel comfortable in? And it's the same thing. Eventually when we had that conversation, I said, ever since you'd want to go out and you ask me, oh, does this look good? Or I'm like, I asked her, I said, what question do I ask you when you
Mm-hmm.
ask me for it? She said, oh, I asked her if I feel comfortable, if I feel confident. I said, okay, because that's all you need most times. That's all you need. Are you comfortable? I hope it's not something that when we step out, you now start, you know how you draw this
Adjusting.
thing.
I
Yeah,
just
adjusting. And you can easily tell from because you won't be present in the occasion. You're already adjusting. That's why I asked, are you comfortable? Is it something that you will go out through the event and you're good, like there won't be even you won't feel like all eyes are on you, or you get what I'm trying to say. And I'm
Mm.
like, see, that's my standpoint. But I do understand like maybe for gatherings that would probably like Case said, who have an impact on your profession that I know for a fact that it's probably that night I need to of course maybe wear some suit or I get that one suit. Oh I mean occasionally you warrant there, you warrant it. But if you want me to look certain way just to make you pleasing before maybe your friends,
To satisfy your insecurity
yeah,
or
I'm
security.
like I always want to know I always want to understand the intention behind
The
this.
why.
The
yeah.
why, that's just it.
I feel like there are two sides to it, and we're just gonna wrap
Yeah.
up. The first side is some people actually genuinely don't have a sense of style. They honestly they see clothes as I just need to cover my nakedness. Whatever the color is, whatever the
Yeah.
texture is, whatever the pattern is,
In
whatever
fact, clothes. I can enter it.
they can wear suede pants, leather top, uh, what else, sandal on it and go. For them, it's
Right.
just clothing equals to covering of nakedness. Now, if you are
Period.
dating a person who they are a little bit more forward thinking in the area of fashion, you're like, babes, let me help you figure out things. I think again, honestly speaking, the way you say things to people, I've learnt it. That's something I'm working up. I used to be a white girl. If you tell me, Coinsola, drink water, I'm not even saying, oh, thank you. My first instinct is why. Mommy had to tell me that
Wise.
coin when you ask a person why, you automatically put the person in a place to defend. So sometimes be suggestive. You want me to drink water? There are other ways you can ask your why. Or you can even tell them, oh, can I have the water? Now you have held the water. In their mind is processing. She's responding to what I've said. You cannot proceed to ask. Oh, so why have you asked me to drink? Me, mine is not even why did you ask me? It is why. Like that's how we just say it.
We will
Why?
give the why.
No,
Yeah,
it's just why.
meaningful.
Honestly, guys, it was so bad. Like, anyways, I'll just say why, girl. I used to be why, everything why, you know. And then
Why?
there's the
Are
hmm?
you a whip?
I say the why the X.
Are you a whip?
The why. Yeah. So there's that side, the person that doesn't even have sense of style, and the partner comes in. And sometimes, in fact, the best way I think to approach this one is if you have small money in your pocket, yeah, buy the thing for them. Buy the thing, and then when they wear it, you compliment them. Let them see what you are seeing as to why they should change their closet. I have personally done this before. When I saw line fishy, skinny jeans, clothes, like why? So no, so I bought the jeans and I gave him, and they did this person way. I'm like, oh, this looks good. And I'm telling the person, hey, this is why this is why that. And then before you knew it, on their own, when they decided to do their wardrobe shopping, they began to buy things like, oh, now I found my own expression in fashion or whatever. So yeah, that's what I think it is. And I think generally, if your partner tells you, whatever it is that your partner tells you, if something that you can, yeah, open to doing,
Mm-hmm.
do it.
Yeah,
Something
you should.
that's, All right. Do you guys have any hot takes before we wrap it up?
Hot take, hot take, hot take. I think when people say they don't like to eat something, people should accept it and move on and not try to want to convince them and give
That you
1
will
million.
like it. Just try it. Just try it.
I say I don't like it. Let the person live. in
You're on
peace.
the road today, Cash. You're on the road. You're on the road.
I'm sharing personal experience.
Okay.
Let everybody be. It's fine. It's okay.
And a segue to that. And a segue to that. Please,
What's happened today?
listen. Don't tell me to taste your food because you want to taste mine. Ah, no.
This is personal.
Wow.
There's a reason why they gave both of us menu.
But women will always taste your food, Sha, so I thank
And you're
you.
not tasting my food. I'm greedy. Thank you. I don't
Well,
taste my food.
I don't think I don't know where the rule started or where this tradition started, but
Oh, they say, oh, a woman that wants to taste your food loves you.
is a better metric of love. If your woman does not taste your food, she does not love
She
you.
doesn't love you.
I
She
think
doesn't
that
love
that's gaslighting as well. Gaslighting
I
here.
don't know where it started from, but whoever started it.
Ọjọ́
But
fún wa menu ni, ọjọ́ fún wa menu ni.
that's not my
Well, in
own this
defense of what Dr. Kesh just said about
like if someone says they don't like something like that.
yeah, don't feed them. I think I would probably fall under the category of I think you should try it because and this is my own personality traits. I
Once,
have
right?
yes, I have the thing of try it once and find out that you actually don't like it. Right. So I'll probably be the friend. I'll be like, oh, just a bite. Just try it. Just try it. So I am guilty as charged for that one. Because when I see things myself, I'm like, I wonder what that tastes like. And I'm curious, I taste it. So when I'm with my friends or my sister or whatever, and you're like, oh, I don't want again, my why comes in. So why don't you want it? Have you tried it before? I think you just take a spoon, take a lick, something like that.
Yeah, there's a study. How I got to know about why. So there's a study. They say basically humans we have five senses. That
Mm,
something would appeal to us are based on either one of these five senses. You already know. You see. There's some people that see and they say,
sight.
oh, this looks good. There's some
Yeah.
people that smell, which I fall under.
Oh yeah, smell is very critical for me too.
Exactly for me, if it doesn't smell good, Jesus, don't tell me to try it. I already know I won't like it because it
Yeah.
smells.
And I already have a bank of smell that I don't like. So if that your smell matches any of my bank, what's the
Somebody just
problem?
confirmed it. And people don't realize that it's not like we don't want to find out because some of us from early on, I've been in a scenario whereby I tasted something that did smell good, like at a young age,
And you
and
regretted it.
I vomited.
Mm,
I vomited. See that one experience? I vomited. That was where I got it. That you know what? When I smell something that doesn't, that's my cue to say, guy, don't eat it. Don't force anything. It's not just your genre. No
you
matter
get
how
nauseated.
properly
It's
designed
my
it is,
genre.
it's not my genre, man. Go to your genre.
Some people even actually have the grace of testing anything and tasting
They are
anything.
gifted. They are
It's not my and I've accepted it. It's fine with me.
The only thing that I know I can't eat is I don't like when a food is pretty. So like dessert, I don't eat desserts because they look pretty. Like
that your senses.
if you take me to a dessert shop, I'm not happy because everything just looks too pretty.
They sell sweet stuff. Kilowatt or shop. The other
Which
one
one?
of crumble cookies. This other one that the moment you walk into that shop is smelling of sugar.
I don't know that one. I only know
Insomnia.
crumble cookie.
Insomnia.
Oh, I've never been there.
I don't know.
There's no day I go to insomnia that you can you already smell. Is it me and this
You can
smell thing?
almost touch the sugar.
You can almost taste the sugar.
Taste it.
You are sweet by default.
You can lick it from the atmosphere. Sugar.
Yeah.
You see, we are gifted with that smell thing there. I don't joke with it. I don't joke.
Yeah,
Mm.
smell it.
I
Smell.
think for me,
I
I
have
eat
some
with my
smell from 5
eyes.
years old that I have registered in my head. Like
Yeah,
as
actually, scientifically speaking, that is one thing that can take you back years. Like
yeah.
I don't know the real word. There's a science word for it. Your sense of hearing and smelling, even more than your sight, can take you.
Yes.
Like you can smell something now that will take you to when you were 3 years old.
There's something that I smell like this is primary 5. This is
Yeah,
my teacher's alone.
yeah. It's
This is this.
linked to a particular point in your
Like
life.
that
Yeah,
memory, and it's very strong. Like you
strong.
can
Yeah,
see
it comes
it.
back. Yeah, yeah.
So I think I don't joke with that. So smell is key for me, man.
My own hot take is that lovers don't have to eat from the same plate. And that goes to what Rotimi said. His own is not even sharing food. My own is I don't like eating from the same plate. You know how they say that, oh, we've been married for 15 years. What held us together is we're eating from the same plate. I don't know what it is about it. I don't like eating. The only person I like eating from their plate is my dad. Like I like eating from his plate. But
I have a
I don't,
theory.
I don't like eating from you can't even
I have a theory.
I would rather go and bring a second plate and pour what you want to eat out of my plate for you. You must
No,
not.
if you want to taste, take that thing and put it
I'm
in there.
serious. I'm dead serious, you guys. I don't know what it is. I can't eat from a person's plate. Yeah, my friend, my sisters, nobody. And also, you know, how people share cutleries and straw. I can't do it. I even my mother, even for my daddy said I cannot do it. I can't eat
With
from. Mm-mm.
me, with my partner, I don't mind those. Like I'm flexible on
What's
it.
your
But
What's your
like
theory?
stranger,
Partner or not? I can't.
me, I can.
What's
Yeah,
your
go on.
theory?
So not my theory, but somebody on this issue of why a lot of like couples eat from the same place. I don't think it's a very genuine place it comes from,
Mm.
but it's going to catch everyone as a surprise, right? So there was this there's been this video or different video that have been coming up and stories about how um women or wives are killing their husbands slowly in their marriage. And
I'm sorry.
no, really, no. And they
So I
kill them.
guess the point is we eat from the same place, we die together.
What a theory. What a theory. The
Hmm.
oil that we see there will die. I beg.
Guys, the thing I see on Twitter, I'm like, it's another place whereby you're
Bizarre.
like, you don't open your mouth and say, and I'm like,
I
somebody
mean, it's
was
crazy
under the
to
comment.
think
So
about.
I this is after a post, I just now I go to the comment section and read. So there was this
Some
video
people
of
have
just
died that
how
way, honestly.
Yeah.
there's a video of this just how this woman, this wife will grant like glass. Hello.
Yes, I saw.
How we say ọbẹ̀ fún ọkọ. So it was killing the husband slowly. That's what they mean slowly,
Chai.
Gradually. That
gradually.
is wickedness.
Yeah.
So when I went to
There was
the
even one that was putting bleach in her husband's coffee every morning.
so when I went
The
to the
man
comment
died.
section, somebody else said,
Of
"So why do
course.
you think husband eats with their wife on the same thing?" And I was like,
But a woman that wants to
Listen,
calculate will still eat in the same
we
place with you
still
and
kill
still do it.
you. They can put it in your bath water. They can
Anybody.
put it. They can be
No,
spraying it in.
I'm even saying in that same plate, there's a way she can put it,
Oh, then
position the
Shebi
meat,
na she cook
position
am
the
there.
spoon, position anything.
Shebi na she cook the food.
I
Yeah.
said,
So
they have
may we not be victims of crazy partners.
We remind
That's
each other, man. I'm sorry. I can't do.
Yeah.
I can't.
that's crazy.
All being
Man.
said, all well said. It was nice having a conversation with you guys. We're going to wrap it up here at this moment. We look forward to seeing the boys and girls that view this episode next week. And until then, we say
Waiting